my name's Maddie, and some of my friends keep asking me how I make these bracelets. So today I'm going to be showing you how. So here I have lots and lots of clay bead bracelets. I mean, just clay beads, not bracelets. So obviously we're going to be making clay bead bracelets. So I get the clay beads off Amazon, and I usually get my string just from the dollar shop because that's the only place where I can find it. So this is the kind of string I use. It's like elasticy. So I've already cut a piece of string, and it's about as long to my finger to my elbow. The next step after cutting it is to tie a knot in the end, which can be very difficult because it's very fiddly string. So you've got to like hold a loop and then with this end poke it through there. Oh, and the annoying part is it doesn't hold, so it keeps coming undone, which is annoying. So you just got to do that a couple of times, and it sometimes does knots in like 2 different places, and then that's no use to you because it's just gonna, the clay bead's just gonna slip through the knot, which is not helpful. So then you've got to do this a couple of times until about there is a satisfactory knot, and that shouldn't be too hard for the clay beads to get through. So then I have a needle here with like the end on it, and I thread my string through the needle. Hang on, this might take a little while. Can't get it through. Okay, so I thread my string through the needle so it's easier for me to put clay beads onto the string, because if I just tried to put clay beads on the string without a needle, it would take quite a long time, and because the string's always like moving around, it would be a bit difficult. So if I put a needle on the end of the string, there we go, I got it, and just pull it through so it's like that, then it's easier for me to get clay beads onto the bracelet. I have lots of different clay beads here, and I'm trying to decide what ones to use. So I have like flower ones. I have some like mini ones like that. Oh, and then I also have the crystal beads. I might just make like a yellow bracelet just because that's the most I have. So I have the most yellow beads, so I'm just gonna do that. So with the needle, I get a clump of clay beads like that, and I try to like pull them into one straight line so that the holes are all lined up like that, and then with the hole I poke the needle through, and then it does like that, and then you can slide it down and you put your first beads on your bracelet. And I also have some charms that I can put on my bracelets, like some yellow ones, some green ones, some pink ones. So I'm probably just going to put a yellow one on because that will match my bracelet. I think a yellow charm would look quite nice on this bracelet. So I'm not going to make it say anything because it's a first bracelet. If you've made this for the first time and you've not made one before, just something simple. You could just do a plain yellow one. You don't have to though. Once you get about halfway, boing, you can get your charm. I'm just using this one, and then you do the same with the clay beads. You just find the hole, thread the needle through, and push it down onto your bracelet. And then on the other side, you do the clay beads again. So on some of my other bracelets, I've done some yellow, and then I did some flower charms, and then I did this weird little face, and then I did some letters. So You can do more than one type of clay bead on a bracelet. You don't have to make it all one colour, but I just don't have many of the other colours left, so I'm just going to use yellow because I have the most of that one. It's like neon yellow. No one ever really wants a neon yellow bracelet, so that's just the one that I've been saving up and I haven't used yet. Almost done threading this bracelet. Almost. I don't know if that will be big enough for anyone's wrist. So what I normally do is like hold it like that and then measure it up against my wrist. And it is stretchy, but if you have a stretchy bracelet and you don't do enough beads, it will end up like that, just a blank piece of elastic across your wrist, which isn't the nicest. Always make sure that you've done enough beads for people's wrists and that they don't break when you put them on, because I am selling my bracelets, and if I sold a bracelet to someone and when they put it on it just broke, I think they'd want their money back. I don't think they'd be very happy about it. Just keep going until you reach where you think someone's wrist is, and then I think I'm just about done now. I think that would be big enough for someone's wrist. So, oh, won't stay still, about that big. It might look small, but it's actually, in real life, it's quite big. So then what you got to do is get the end of the bracelet and the other end that you've been threading on and cross them over each other, and then tie another knot in the end, which is also a bit difficult because you have to try and hold the bracelet up and tie a knot and not drop it at the same time, and it's very hard. I can't count how many times I've been holding a bracelet and I've dropped it because I couldn't tie a knot, and then all the beads have just spilt on the floor. So it happened to me a lot of times, which was annoying, but I picked up all the beads and I just made the bracelet again. So I think we're almost done, and then when you think your knot is big enough, then you can I'm using my bedazzled scissors. You can hold your bracelet up like this, and if you're not comfortable with cutting really close to the knot because you think it might break, always just like, it's gonna drop in a second. Just hold it and cut far away. So then you've got that much. And then you can try it on, and that's pretty good. So then once you get a bit better at making bracelets, you can cut off the extra bits so that they don't get in the way when you're putting on your bracelet. Then you're finished. And that's how you make a clay bead bracelet. And if this video was helpful, please consider liking the video and possibly subscribing to my channel.